49ers head to Minnesota this week to take on the Vikings. And who are the most dangerous players on the 49ers and the Vikings this week in that matchup? Mike, you ready? Because there's some stuff that's going out. I need to know if you're ready, though.
You damn right.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Dag on Bam Show. It's your host, Dwayne Breezy, Mike Andrews, 83 in the building. Mike, we should drop bombs on him right now. We got a matchup this week. You know what I'm saying? We got a matchup this week, and I'm super excited. Shout out to the Bam crew in the building. I see you guys all out there. Thank y'all for joining us on this live show. Mike, how you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm in a little bit of pain, man. Like, listen, bro. Being lactose intolerant is such a dangerous thing, right? Like, I just had a little tiny bit of ice cream, and I'm assuming gas pains in my chest all day long. I feel like I'm cramping. I've been walking around like trying to stretch. You ever do one of these things where you like trying to like stretch the diaphragm out because all this is hurting? Man, that's been me. That's been me all day long, bro. I'm in pain, but I'm good.
Do you have a Charlie horse in your stomach? Remember, those happen.
I've never had a Charlie. I thought those only happen in legs.
No, you said you were in pain. Do you have a cramp? And usually you have to stretch that junk out.
I guess it could be a cramp. Maybe it's a cramp.
I'm just saying. I'm just asking because, you know, I had that happen to me on a Instagram live once, and I had to end the live really quickly because I thought I was gonna die. Was that as bad as my man's teeth falling out on IG Live, Dame Dash? Trust me, I don't know. They didn't know that I had the cramp. They just heard me say, "Oh, gotta go, bye!" Like, and I just leaped out like this. I had to lean back because you have to stretch it out.
Yeah.
So I was trying to lean. I had the Mr. Fantastic, right? His arm stretch. So I was like, hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Gotta go back.
That's funny, man. That's funny, man. Sometimes it just goes like that. I did not know that you matter of fact, you were the one that told me that. I feel like you told me that this year that you can get a Charlie horse somewhere other than your leg.
Yeah, bro. Like it's just your muscles tighten up, bro. Like wherever you got muscles, man, they just when they want to tighten up, they tighten up, you know. And
I gotta go bowling later.
Oh, you gonna struggle. You gonna struggle. Guys, hey, it is what it is. Speaking of injuries, Christian McCaffrey is listed day-to-day, and he's limited in practice, and they spoke to him today. They asked him about playing on turf, and this was his quote. He says, "My mentality is I'm playing this week."
He said this. Yep. Let me shut up and wait till you tell me to talk.
No. You could talk because he did say. He said this last week.
Okay.
Yep, he said my mentality and I'm playing this week. He also said I'm ready to go. Now, I don't know what he said last week. Now, this week, I heard what he said. I don't know what he said week one. You got to find the clip because I don't remember what he said. We could be paraphrasing it. But they asked him about his mentality. They asked him also about playing on turf. And then he was like, if you can't play on turf, you can't play any, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, he said, I'm ready to go. Go ahead.
I want to give a nice shout out to the Family that's in here watching right now. We love and appreciate you guys, and thank y'all so much for the continued support. Don't go nowhere. This is the place to be. Listen, man. Here's my issue. He gonna say all that because that's what the Niners want him to say. It's about competitive advantage. Watch all that film on Mason. Go back and watch every snap he played last year, and then go back and see how Christian McCaffrey looked down the stretch also, and spend double the time watching running backs as opposed to just watching one guy and their tendencies. That's what he's supposed to say. I think he's going to start.
Who?
Christian McCaffrey.
Shit.
And then I don't think he's going to play again.
For the rest of the season?
No, for the rest of for that game.
You gotta be.
I'm sorry. I would never. No. They're not hiding nothing like that. I think he's going to start the game, I think they're going to go to the sideline and do this fake little, oh, how'd you feel? Oh, it's tight. Okay, come sit down. And I have a whole working theory on why they're doing that. But I'll talk to you off camera about that.
I don't disagree. That's the funny thing. Like usually I would clap back, say that it doesn't make any sense, or I would make a face. But there's no one more deceptive than Kyle Shanahan. Like Kyle Shanahan should be Megatron of the from the Decepticons. Like literally, like that's who he should be. That's who he portrays. He's just that. I don't trust anything. I won't put it like this. I don't put anything past Kyle Shanahan. And this is a way that they're trying to save face for Jordan Mason saying what he said at the end of the game, and then when it happened at the presser, right? Like, so this could be a way of them trying to get over that hurdle, so that way the NFL don't come clapping down on them about, listen, Christian McCaffrey is questionable, and then ruling him out at game time, but you knew that, but Jordan Mason was deemed the starter on Friday. Like, I just think it could get messy if they don't find a way to get ahead of this.
If Mason wasn't so good and we just saw another back just get one carry, I would tell y'all to go pick up that third back this week. But no other running back got a carry in that game last week. Did you know that?
They did, but I didn't. Okay, so I did my film breakdown. And to your thing, you're right. No other running back got a carry, but Isaac Guerrero actually was running back too in this game, and it wasn't because he came in on that one play. Isaac Guerrero was on another. He was on a couple of other plays. Like I'm like, who was 31, bro? Like when did Raheem Mostert come back? Like, you know what I'm saying? No, I swear to goodness, Mike. I'm like, who the fuck? And you know, I know my guy, but I only saw him come in on the breather play. Now he was on the pass pro play, good ass pass protection play too for Brock Purdy. So I'm like, okay. So Guerrero is the two back, but he's a rookie. You know what I mean? Like he's a rookie. Kyle made sure that he had people that he trusts on that football field. You know what I mean? Kyle Juszczyk. When they went to 21 personnel, it was Juice and Mason. It wasn't, you know what I mean? So Kyle made sure the people that he could trust he had in there, you know. So you're right. No other running back got a carry. But this week, you're saying that Christian McCaffrey will start, but won't finish. Okay. The game.
My personal opinion.
The game. Chris Hubbard is back on the practice squad. Offensive lineman, they brought back to the practice squad. Any thoughts and theories on that, or is this just good old roster politics?
I think they wanted to sneak what's his name back on the roster that we cut for Trent Williams. What's my man's name? Oh, the tackle.
Chris Hubbard?
No, Parker.
Oh, Brandon Parker. Yes.
I think they wanted to sneak him back on, but he got clipped, and so they said, "Hey, Hubbard, come holler at your boys."
What do you mean he got clipped? Because they cut him. So why didn't they
just sign? He signed somewhere else.
Oh, he did.
Yes, yeah. Brandon Parker got signed.
Dang, yo,
see, you be on it. So, see, this is why. Remember how you yell at me like, Mike, pay attention.
No, I just didn't care about that. I seen a bunch of
I know, but you be on it so much that when I say something and it catches you off guard, I second guess. Now I feel like I'm dreaming.
No, you're right. I remember it was a bunch of players that got picked up. Danny Gray was one of them. I think Brandon Parker was one of them. Yeah, like I just don't know where. I saw it come across me, but I just don't remember.
The Falcons.
Falcons, yeah. So like you're right, but I get those two names mixed up, Hubbard and Brandon Parker. Remember me and you were going back and forth with those two guys, so they just confusing me. I'm like, oh, they just brought him back. Nah, this is Brandon Parker. This is Mike's guy now. I wanted Brandon Parker. Now Chris Hubbard is back, so they got him on the practice squad. So you know it's all good. All right, so look, Mike. Also, Kyle Shanahan stated that he was not considering ever putting Christian McCaffrey on the IR.
Right. Yeah, I don't think they're going to put Christian McCaffrey on the IR. Can I ask you a question as a 49er fan? When's the last time you heard about the injury knee tendonitis?
Was that what Javon Kinlaw had?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, but
yes, it was.
But Javon Kinlaw had knee tendonitis since he was 2.
Okay.
And he had to get, remember he had to get scoped, and he finally got it cleaned up. But Javon Kinlaw was never good. Hold up. Hold on. Like, I know what you're talking about as far as the injury, title, and the name. But his height, his weight may have affected him a little differently than maybe Christian McCaffrey, because it went from calf to Achilles tendonitis. So Christian McCaffrey doesn't even have knee tendonitis. He has Achilles tendonitis.
Okay. I don't know anything about Achilles tendonitis, so I digress.
Well, what is tendonitis? Isn't that just soreness in the area?
Well, let's turn to Google. Let's see. What is tendonitis? According to Google, it is a condition that occurs when a tendon becomes inflamed, causing pain, swelling, and discomfort.
Yeah, so you could get tendonitis in any area of the body where there's a tendon.
Yes.
So is there the Achilles is the tendon? That's a tendon.
Mm-hmm. It's all the way at the bottom of the foot, right above the ankle. All the way
right above the ankle, right? And so that's what's sore on him. It's just sore. It's inflamed. Which inflammation means it's sore. Like you might have an inflamed lactose gut or something right now, so that you can't stretch.
All right,
bro. Okay,
I like that. I like that.
Look, I'm just saying, man. I'm just making sure you good, bro. That's all. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm just making sure you good, because I know about the abdominal stretches, man. You gotta have to stand up. You gonna have to grow 7 feet tall, bro, to get rid of that.
Yeah, it sounded like I was in Lamar's classes over here today. It was just me and my dog in my house. He was looking at me like, "What is wrong with you?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm trying to breathe." I'm over here like, "Ooh."
That is too funny. All right, Mike, you know what I like about Wednesdays, bro? Wednesdays, now that the season is here, we get what?
Lake City Fresh said, I got stomach tendonitis.
You got
all right, I'm sorry.
Mike, you stupid. Oh, he's stupid. All right, anyway, it's Wednesday. What does that mean? We're going to do a dangerous minds, dangerous type of thing. We want to look at some danger areas of the opposing team and give a couple of players that we feel can attack this team and their weaknesses, right? And so, that's the key to today's show. So for those that are tuning in, we got our spin the wheel. I call it Dangerous Grounds. You know what I'm saying?
I like it.
Yeah, I wish I can play some music in the background, but we can't because we're on YouTube. So
I'll be the background music. You want Jeopardy music?
No, absolutely not.
No, I meant like I was gonna.
No, I feel like it'll get flagged. Merv Griffin.
What if we do this? What if we do the circus music? Like you want me to do that one? While we spinning?
You just talk in between. So here are the 4 names: Jordan Mason, Fred Warner, Justin Jefferson, Byron Murphy. Mike, how you feel about these Viking players? We only went with 2. Did we pick their most 2 dangerous players? One offensively, one defensively. Did we get their 2 most dangerous players? Do you think?
I do think so. Justin Jefferson is going to be a monster no matter what. Like he's gonna. I think he's got the potential to be one of those guys that's going to eat no matter who his quarterback is. Now, last week was not maybe indicative of that. Only 4 receptions, but I mean 4 receptions in a tud. Like he did his thing. There are some other players.
Whoa. You 4 receptions, 6 targets, 4 receptions, 59 yards, and the touchdown is not doing your thing.
I said I started it with saying last week wasn't indicative of that.
But don't say that he still did his thing. This was subpar.
I mean, they only threw the ball 24 times.
It don't matter. It's still subpar.
He got
he was targeted
4th
6
of
times.
their targets.
Okay, it's still a subpar performance from him. I think we can't sit here and be like, What if the Giants game plan to take his ass out? Like, they pretty much did. He just got the touchdown. It's the only thing.
I feel you.
And I'm saying that to say, why can't the Niners prepare to take his ass out? That's my point.
We'll try, but he wasn't the one that torched us last time. It was Addison, right?
He wasn't the one that torched us because he was absent. Addison torched us because of big plays. If Jordan Addison didn't get that touchdown before the half, bro, nobody would know Jordan Addison's name. That was the big play. How many yards was that? 60, 70-yard touchdown? We out blitzed. We zero blitzed. Mooney had the ball in his hand. Addison took it out, and it was the big play. Miss Debbie's in the building, y'all.
That's my girl, Miss Debbie, right there.
Make some noise. Hope all is well. She said hit that like button, something that we didn't tell anybody to do because we just feel like they would do it. But
we hope y'all love us enough to do that, yeah.
Right. But my point is, Addison may not play this game. Justin Jefferson is definitely by far their most dangerous weapon offensively. But Sam Darnold's throwing him the damn ball.
So you kind of feel like you got to just ignore it all, right? Like, come on, that ain't really hitting for what it's for. And you might see more production like this.
Am I talking gritty? I mean, am I talking greasy?
Right. Now, on the flip side, though, I do want to be very upfront and clear here. Okay. It was 14-3 very early. If I'm not mistaken, it was 21-3 at one point. They could have just gotten away from passing the ball. What if his numbers would have been more if they threw the ball?
I don't play what ifs, man. This ain't a what if game. They weren't. What they did was, they didn't get him the ball.
Justin Jefferson was their most dangerous offensive weapon, and Byron Murphy was their most dangerous defensive weapon.
All right, so Niners, we got Jordan Mason had the best game offensively, and Fred Warner had the best game defensively. Right? So those are the weapons. So let's talk about these guys. Let's spin the wheel. Let's see what happens. I can't wait to hear Mike's presentation on each player. Right? That's what's going to make this fun. Oh, it clicks. I didn't even know it made noise. Can you hear it? Because I can hear it. You might can't hear it.
Yeah, I hear it. No, I hear
it. How cool is it that we land
the applause
on Fred Warner?
My guy. My G.
Talk about him, bro.
Fred Warner, Mr. Peanut Punch now himself, right? He's taken that thing and made it his own. And that's my biggest concern with Fred Warner, honestly, is just doing that before the tackle secured. He flies in with that fist, cocked back, ready to attack and snap. But Fred Warner is a field general. He is the sergeant out there for the 49ers defense. He sets the tone, especially in the absence of our guy. Dre Greenlaw. He sets the tone. He goes out there and he gets not only the defensive players hyped up, but the offensive players as well. He's out there to congratulate guys and slap them five. He's greeting them as they come to the sidelines first. And Fred Warner is a guy that is going to know this defense inside and out. Don't think for a second that he forgot that they beat us. Don't think for a second that doesn't resonate with him. He's going to want a little bit of get back. If there's one person I would not want targeting me or my team, it's Fred Warner. And so I think he's going to go out there and do some very Fred Warner type things. His football IQ is going to be on full display in this game.
I think Fred Warner plays. What am I trying to say? He doesn't dumb down to competition, but he's always up for the challenge. I wouldn't be surprised if there's one rep where Fred Warner is covering Justin Jefferson. I'm about that life too.
That'll be a hell of a disguise, right? Imagine when they break and it's just you see him running to him, and he will try it too.
That's what I'm saying. Look, all I'm saying is that Fred Warner does everything that you said that he does. He sets the tone. He's going to be flying around on the football field. The last time Fred Warner, faced this particular type of running back who they added, it was a little bit of a struggle. And I don't know if it was on just Fred's part, or if he was overcompensating it. But he's going to have to deal with Aaron Jones. But I watched him deal with Breece Hall, and I'm sorry, if you can stop Breece Hall, damn. Like, I mean, what other running back can tee off on you other than Christian McCaffrey, and he's on your team?
Yeah, I agree. You know, it's like they not only handled Breece Hall really, really well, that was with Aaron Rodgers and Wilson out there in the secondary. Like, so, this is going to allow, going against Sam Darnold is going to allow them to focus on Aaron Jones.
I see dead people. I think you heard me. Listen, all I'm saying is Sam Darnold has been caught seeing ghosts. This is a game where I think the 49ers defense is just gonna have a day. Okay? Have a day. And it's gonna start with the tone setter and all pro, aka he's just an animal. You know who Fred Warner? You know who Fred Warner is? Let's do something fun. Let's give our players that we're talking about today Muppet names. Which character would Fred Warner be from the Muppets?
I mean, you already said animal.
I did.
So.
I didn't know you caught it, though. I didn't think you caught it. Damn.
Yeah, I see it. I get what you say because he's just wild out there.
He's just wild, like, bro. I watched him. He was flying over the field in the fourth quarter, diving like he was Superman.
Like the game was on the line still, you know? Like he was out there playing that hard. Like Aaron Rodgers was out. He was still out there.
He was trying to kill Tyrod Taylor. He was like, let me keep the Tyrod Taylor injury rating going up. Like one time.
Right.
Like, he was trying to take him out.
Yeah, you know, and like think about this. Like think about how well spread out that Vikings, that Jets offense was supposed to be on paper, right? They went 6-10 on us in third down.
They did, man. 60%. That's crazy.
But the Vikings only did 3-10 against the Giants.
I know, but I don't want to say it like it's just against the Giants, because the Giants, in my opinion, have the same defense as the Jets. Literally, on paper, it should be exactly identical. Like they got them New York defenses right, top defenses. I would say the Giants and the Jets got a top 10 defense this year. What makes the Giants not top 10 is their offense, and it makes it their defense, because when you add Brian Burns, bro, you automatically go up, and they already had the interior pass rush, and they got a pretty decent secondary, and so they are the Jets. The Jets might have a stronger secondary and a lesser pass rush, but I feel like those dudes, you know what I mean? Those two teams are identical. All right, let's go ahead and spin the wheel back. We got rid of Fred Warner. Unfortunately, he was the first one off the wheel. Thought we would have saved the best for last, but that's not how we wanted to
Mason.
roll. You think Mason's next? Just give us the Niners.
Oh, no Mason.
Oh, we going with Jay Jettas. I got to give you a number, man. Over, under 2 touchdowns in this game.
Over.
No, Mike. Stop. Mike.
For the team, for the Vikings, or for Justin Jefferson? Yeah, I'm taking the over.
So he's going to have 3 touchdowns, more than 2 touchdowns.
Oh, you know what? No, push. I'm sorry. I meant push. You did say more than 2 touchdowns. You said over, under. I said over, but I was thinking push. He's going to have 2 touchdowns.
You be scaring me sometimes, bro. You know what's funny?
Listen, they're going to get desperate, and they're just going to air it out, and they're going to keep throwing it to him. That's what's going to happen.
A lot of people, we got an under here from Michael. I think it's going to be under 2. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets 1. The only way I see him pushing or going over, Mike, is if it's at the end of the game, their backup quarterback's in there, they're trailing, and they do what you said.
And they start airing it out. Yeah, I agree. I like that, but I feel like they're going to be throwing it a lot. That's why, because they're going to be playing catch up. Yeah. So this is going to be a good game for him to try to stat pad. Hopefully, we can just lock him down, though.
Let's talk about Justin Jefferson, man. What is his greatest ability, and what makes him a dangerous player?
Ooh, I feel like he's somebody that does everything well.
Hold up, bro. Did you think I didn't have Did you think I didn't have a question that good for you? Like you thought I wasn't going to be able to come at you with a nice question? That's why
because
you're first.
No, because like when you think of Justin Jefferson, you think like 1A, 1B in the NFL, right? Like that's how people have him categorized.
I think he's just one.
Over your boy Devontae?
That's what the people have him categorized. I have him 1A, 1B.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I was talking.
Let me make myself clear.
Yeah, I'm about to say I'm talking to my man's now, so I know how. Like, okay, but yeah, so I do think people have Justin Jefferson as one, right? Because he does everything except block really well. Good route runner, contested catch. He's got good speed. He can high point a ball.
That's why I love you. I love you, bro. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, you know, you said hold up, so I didn't know what you wanted me to do.
No, I wanted you to hold up because I'm gonna look up something. I just didn't want to forget it. Oh my God, he's terrible.
He can high point a ball. I mean, his footwork, his stems, like he's just a really, really good wide receiver. Just don't ask him to block all game long, and you'll be okay. You'll be okay. I'm not mad at anybody who has him.
He didn't even have a block in this last game, though. Like he didn't even have his run. Well, you know what? I tell you what, his run blocking. His run blocking grade was a 61, so that's not bad, right?
No, I mean no.
He was top 10 on his team
for run blocking.
61. It's not bad.
Okay.
18 run blocking snaps, 61 grade. It's not bad. Right?
Not terrible. Not terrible. There's 5 offensive linemen. It's terrible, Wayne. What are we kidding? He's got the second worst. All right.
Wait. Okay. No, tell me why it's terrible.
I don't know if you're joking or not. You said he ranked 10th, bro. Listen to me. There's 10 players on the field other than him to run block, and the quarterback ain't gonna be asked to do it. So that means he's last. Am I wrong?
I mean, they use 17 players offensively, so you can't just say that. There's guys that's gonna get rotated in there. You got extra receivers that come in off the bench, blah 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 blah, whatever. So out of 17 players, he ranked.
Being ranked
8th.
10 means that you are not.
Well, he was ranked 8th in the top.
You're not a starting blocker on your own team.
Okay, so
you take the quarterback out and you take the ball carrier out. That leaves you with 9 players, counting him, and he ranked 10th. So he's the second tier blocker on his own team.
Yeah,
you understand my math?
Alignment. No, I kind of, sort of. But since we having this conversation, because I got to have this conversation. So since we having this conversation, Brandon Ayuk was 17th.
Okay. This is his first game back. Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all. It's his first game back.
Like, you are a biased
Brandon Ayuk. No, what? Brandon Ayuk had a bad game. I was not happy with Brandon Ayuk. He ran some good routes, but that was about all he did. And he looked tired. That's the one thing I didn't want to see. I didn't want to see an exhausted looking Brandon Ayuk in this game. You do all that holding out and you look tired, hit the beep button again. Get the beep out of here. Stop playing with me. Yeah, like enough of that. I don't want to hear none of that bullshit. Like that's how he was running around. You don't look tired after the holdout. And you dropped a touchdown? Stop playing with me, man. But he'll be back. Brandon Ayuk is a top 7 blocker on our team, including linemen. He'll be back.
I'm trying to get this here we go. I'm sorry. Ayuk run blocking, he was 18th.
Just make it worse.
What? I just out there, like, you know, he didn't have. You know what was crazy? Like,
how the hell were there 18 people run blocking for the 49ers in one game?
Because you keep forgetting that teams substitute players in. It's not about 11. You keep 10. It's not 10.
We use 7 offensive linemen.
Here are the blockers: Kyle Juszczyk, Trent Williams, Colt McKivitz, Dominic Pooney, Jake Brendel, Spencer Burford, Aaron Banks, George Kittle, Chris Conley, Ronnie Bell, Jake Tonjes, Isaac Garendo, Nick Sakel, Jalen Moore, Jordan Mason, Brock Purdy had a block.
Oh, you know what? They put
Eric
the backup offensive line in. That's why.
Brandon
That's why.
Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, and Jawan Jennings.
They put the backup offensive lineman in there. That's right. And then we
Jennings
lost Aaron Banks. They had a little rotation going. Yeah.
Jennings was the worst run blocker in that game. That's crazy.
I don't believe in that. See, never mind. Let me shut up. Yep. Our two best wide receivers at block had the worst grades on the team.
And run blocking.
And run blocking. Yes, that's true.
Yeah. But all I'm saying is, like, and so Brandon Ayuk was a 60, but you're okay with it. But I'm just saying, look, we don't know what Kevin O'Connell asked Justin Jefferson. We don't know what they expect Justin Jefferson to do. I don't know if they even want him out there block. It might not be part of their game plan.
I'm sorry. Did you say Ayuk was a 60?
I did.
And what was Jetta's grade? 67?
60.1.
Ayuk had a 60, and Jetta's had a 60.1.
Am I saying something wrong? Justin Jefferson had a 61. I'm sorry. And Brandon Ayuk had a 58.4 run blocking grade.
58.4 is good for 17th on the 49ers, and a 60.1 is good for
49ers.
I thought you said Jawan Jennings was 18th. Oh, you're right. You did say 18th. You said 17th and corrected it. Okay. And that's good for 18th best on the 49ers. And Jetta's was ranked just 2 points higher than him. And that was good enough for
8th.
Okay. We have higher expectations in our blockers, is what that tells me.
But they also had less players. You know what I mean? They also had less players. Like, we had 20. They had.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't see the list, so I don't know.
They had 17, so we had 3 more players. Johnny Dell, what's going on, bro? All right, so let's spin the wheel again because we be staying stuck like Chuck. All right.
We like to debate. That's why.
I forgot that's what this was. That's what we do. All right, are we going to get the Vikings or are we going to get the Jordan Mason? It looks like we're going to get the Jordan Mason. All right, Mike, go ahead and tee off, bro, because do you think the Vikings, my question to you is, Jordan Mason goes off, 28 carries, 147 yards, and a TD. Do you think the Vikings will game plan for Jordan Mason this week, and will he see similar results? And I do want to put out that the Vikings have a top 10 run defense as of right now. They only gave up 74 yards week 1.
I think that Mason will have a down game. I think he's gonna have a down game. I think that he's been, I don't know how to. Mason's in a little bit of a conundrum right now, mentally. He's trying to figure out how, because the kid got in trouble for something that he shouldn't have got in trouble for, and he's got to figure out how he feels about this team. He's got to figure out how much he respects people, and then he's got to figure out how much he respects the game itself. And so this is something that I don't know enough about Mason to speak on, right? You've seen players be like, you know what, man, F this team, right?
I don't get that from him though.
I don't get anything from him because I've never seen him in this. I don't know enough about him.
No, I get what you're saying. Like, we've never seen him in this type of predicament, but it doesn't seem like the team is making it a thing. That's number one. Number two, he's such a kid. It just seemed like he's just a happy kid.
Okay, let me ask you this question. I got 2 questions for you. 3. 1, do you think Christian McCaffrey plays this game?
Do I think he plays?
Like,
yes.
At all? Okay. Yes. Do you think Christian McCaffrey will be on a limited snap count?
Yes.
Do you think Christian McCaffrey will start this game?
Yes. If he's good to go, he's starting. If he plays, he starts.
Okay.
So like the mentality for Jordan Mason is, I knew I wasn't the starter. If Christian McCaffrey comes back in, it's his spot. But when you call my number, I'm going to be ready to go.
Okay.
We got a question. Nigel,
cool.
over under Jordan. Mason has a better game than Aaron Jones?
Yes, because the Niners are going to shut Jones out. So yes.
Right. But
you know the stat about the last time we beat the Vikings in Minnesota?
1992. I keep telling people that.
That shit is crazy to me.
We should have won last year, but Steve Wilkes happened. Anyway, it wasn't Steve Wilkes' fault. I mean, think about like did he call the all-out blitz before the half? Absolutely. Was it executed properly? Nah. But damn, it was a good damn play. Like if Ward could have just
it was almost executed properly. Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say. Like we can't just blame Wilkes because the players still got to execute what they're being asked to do. Ward had the ball in his hand, and Jordan Addison took it right out. He just took it out of his hand. So give me the rock. So
I mean, he got a pick the same exact way earlier in the game.
He sure did earlier in the game. It would have been his second. That would have been a pick six too.
He had all the blockers down the field in front of him. I feel like that Mason's at a crossroads, and he's got to say, am I just going to go ahead and put like if Mason is mad at the 49ers and he loves the game, I hope he goes out here and goes crazy. I want him to run for 176 plus, right? I want him to have 3 touchdowns, and then when it's time for contract talks, I'm out. Like I want him to go out there and earn it. You know what I mean? Like I want him to get away from the feelings that he may, I'm not saying that he does, that he may have towards whomever, and just go out there and put the best film out there. Be the best running back you could be, because your opportunities are already limited being a running back behind Christian McCaffrey on the 49ers. Your opportunities are going to be limited. You can't afford to let personal feelings get in the way of whatever limited opportunities you're going to have. So he's going to go off. But either way, whether he's splitting reps or not, I think he's going to have a better game than Aaron Jones. I'll be surprised if Aaron Jones finishes the game with 65 yards.
Oh, yeah. But what about pass catching?
What did Aaron Jones do last week? He had 2 receptions. He had 2 receptions. I'll call it the same. I think he'll have more receptions also.
It could be interesting. It could be interesting. Tony says not on turf. Christian McCaffrey shouldn't play on turf. Interesting, because Christian McCaffrey feels like he should play on turf. But again, it's Christian McCaffrey talking, and that's what it is. We got one more person that we want to get to. So let's do it. Byron Murphy Jr., not even going to spin the wheel. Yeah.
This guy is a heat-seeking missile out there. He was all over the field. And now I talked about how big the gap in the points were, the discrepancy in points early in this game for the Giants. So they had to throw the ball a lot, right? So that's why you get a guy like a cornerback with a lot of yards. The Giants are going to throw the ball a lot trying to come back. The Niners are a very, very balanced attack. Did you see how balanced we were?
With a lot of tackles. I just want to make sure you're clear on what you're saying. You said a cornerback.
What did I say?
Yards.
Oh, yeah. I meant a lot of tackles. Yes, I'm sorry. A corner with that many tackles is because the opposing team is throwing a lot. The Niners are super balanced, and they throw left and right side of the field. Like, you know what I'm saying? So maybe his stats are a little bit inflated because of the situation. The Niners should never be in that kind of situation where they're forced to throw specifically to one side of the field.
And I agree. 9 tackles, 8 solo tackles, tackle for a loss for Byron Murphy, Niners Nation. So yeah, like this could be, but you do know the Niners know him very well, just like they know Shaq Griffin. And none of those dudes really do well against the 49ers. That's just who they are. He didn't play well last year, in my opinion, against the 49ers. Like, it's something about Byron Murphy. It's something about the way the Niners, try to utilize and get him and, out there coveraging, depending on which wide receivers. He's going to get routed up if it's Brandon Ayuk. And if it's Deebo Samuel, he's going to get out-physicaled. And if it's Jawan Jennings, he's going to get mauled. So at the end of the day, yeah, he's a heat-seeking missile. He's definitely one of their best weapons out there. He's a guy that's dangerous. But like you said, the Niners are going to spread the ball out across the field. And you look at Brock Purdy's throwing chart, It's all over the field. He got just about every player involved. And so he's not going to have a phenomenal game like he did against the Giants. We got a couple of questions before we jump up off of here. Nigel says, you think Jennings plays in this game? He had that hip drop tackle that kind of injured him. He did come back in the game, and he is practicing, right?
Yeah, he did return, and Kyle said that he was back to practice, so I think we'll be okay.
Yeah,
I think we'll be okay.
I agree. Well, listen, these are your most dangerous players. Both teams, there's other players out there. I'll be doing a video of my 5 players that I want you guys to watch very shortly, so look for that video.
Something random just came across in a text to me, and I don't know how true it is. I'm trying to find it on Twitter, but I don't see it yet. But I'm hearing that Raheem Mostert may need like a heart surgery.
I'm not sure. I do know he's out. He's been ruled out this game. I'm not sure why.
Prayers up to him. I hope it's nothing serious. I hope that's not what it is. Maybe it was just someone being sarcastic. Maybe I'm not sure.
I hope not. I hope people wouldn't be sarcastic with stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Niners Nation says, do you think our O-line bullies the Vikings D-line? They don't have the same D-line they had last year. Listen, with what's his name? Daniil Hunter being gone, it's totally different. I think our offensive line gets at him. I think our offensive line out physicals. That's the difference I'm seeing in our offensive line too. They're playing a lot more physical than how they did last year. I don't know if they're more confident or whatever. And we could talk trash about Colton McKivitz all we want, but listen, that dude is out there being physical. Does he get pushed back?
He played well. He had some good moments, man. I saw him getting second level and everything.
The only issue with him was the penalties. The one blatant arm around the neck, which negated an explosive run. Matter of fact, I think I said on Twitter, I was like, yo, I don't think I said it on Twitter, but I know I said it to myself. Well, good thing he did clothesline that dude, because Jordan Mason was about to get lit up. That junk would have hurt. You know what I'm saying? Jack says he got a chest injury.
It was sarcasm. I just got confirmation. It was sarcasm.
Oh, that's kind of crazy. Poach says, great show, film breakdown. Check out the Patreon. The film breakdown is there. There's film breakdown on every tier now. So on the first tier and the second tier. So check it out, man. Go to the Patreon, www.patreon.com/TheWayneBreezy. Thank y'all for tuning in to the BAM Show. Mike, take us home, bro, unless you got something else you want to say.
No, we are live all the time, kicking it with the fam, bro. That's Breezy, I'm Mike, and this is the BAM Show.